Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Watch Natalie, spelled Natalee. I'm here to do your reading for The Greatest Love of All Time, Part 2. So while I shuffle these cards, instead of the spiel will be for the end. It's about time and energy, so stick around if you're a newbie and exit the reading after the reading if you're a golden oldie. So the downloads, instead I'm going to talk about the download I got yesterday. So last night I went to go put a movie on, and of all the movies that I had been wanting to see and wanting to put on, all I kept getting the download for was Gomez Addams. And it really connected with a thought spiral that I had earlier in the day about something that came up in, I think, one of the daily readings about the moodiness of the divine masculine. And then it occurred to me that that's Gomez Addams, is that he's so passionate. He's so in his feelings, in the moment. He's so overflowing with passion, overflowing with moodiness, overflowing with, emotion. And I thought about how Morticia is the Queen of Swords, she's just cool, calm, and collected. And, what does she say? Don't torture yourself, Gomez. That's my job. She's just, I love that relationship. It's my favorite relationship depicted anywhere in fiction, nonfiction, of all time. I got an email about The Greatest Love Story Part 1 and synchronicities. Everyone's going to be noticing, you should have already been noticing synchronicities, but it just keeps getting more and more and piling more and more and more and more. And that's when I kind of thought, I haven't done a reading for that. And I looked at the timeline, literally exactly 3 weeks from when I'm putting this reading out. It's 3 weeks ago to the day. And so I went back and I watched it again to remember what happened, or remember what I said, remember what the context was. And in the end, I got the download about Gomez Addams. So here we are doing the part 2 of that greatest love story of all time. Okay, I shuffled quite a bit, cutting the deck. And I noticed I also did a special spread. I did 3 cards for the 5D, 3 cards for the 3D, and 3 cards for the outcome. So I'm doing that same thing here. I just pulled the first 3 cards for the 5D, 1, 2, 3 cards for the 3D, and then I'll do 3 cards for the outcome. 1, 2, 3. That's hilarious. Oh my God. Okay. And for anyone, this is a weird thing, but I was guided to, after my shower last night, to not blow dry my hair. And so I woke up this morning, and this is exactly what someone wants to see me as. I know it's weird. I don't question these things. I just go with it. So for anyone wanting to see me au naturel, this is it. This is it before the hairdryer. Okay. So the first 3 cards that I pulled for the 5D, in the 5D space, continuing the greatest love story of all time, your own. Very first card, the Lovers. The Lovers. Never pulled this card in this deck before. This is the first time, I believe. So in this icon, it looks like he's trying to make a choice between the sacred love and the profane love. Okay. The next card, the King of Wands, the man of action. I love that they're both naked in capes and in boots. But look at how they're just holding each other. It's so close. It's so passionate. The wands are creativity. The wands are passion. Okay? And the King of Wands is the king of creativity, the king of passion. He's complete charisma wrapped in one. And Gomez Addams is completely charismatic. Absolutely charismatic with how he expresses himself and how he goes after what he wants. Cara mia. It's everything he does, managing his wealth, managing his family, managing everything around him. It's just with charisma and bravery and gumption and complete confidence that everything's going to work out. And yet at the same time, it's like he's constantly feeling tension inside himself. And it's that tension, constantly feeling tension, that provokes the epiphanies, that provokes deep insights, that provokes, all sorts of new, different, evolving type feelings and emotions. And he just builds on it and builds on it. And that's a very creative person. A creative person, an artist, is someone who lives with this constant tension inside of themselves. And it's that inner tension that they use to transmute into art. They use it to transmute it into a product, into a painting, into a screenplay, into a novel. And that's something that, it's anyone can live in pain all the time, being the victim, feeling sorry for themselves, feeling turmoil, feeling tension, but not everyone can manifest the power and manifest through desire can take all of that and put it into something external that other people can then ingest. That's why I refer to myself as a genius, and I don't want to say it to imply an arrogance about it, because it's the truth. Humility will lead you to greatness. I will never lose sight of the importance of reality. Okay? For someone who grew up very, very psychic and very, very creative, it's always been really important for me to know what reality is. So when I say words like genius, it's to inform. It's not to... Do you know what I'm saying? And so, like Gomez, he can come across as, like the guy that does the golf. He just comes across the bravado that he puts out. It doesn't always land right. The King of Wands is a man or an individual. It's a masculine energy that it's so charismatic that other people could maybe not even know how to respond to it or not know how to exist amidst it. How do I exist in the same space as this incredible light, this incredible charismatic personality? She can. She can just take him in nakedly, and they're both totally naked with their capes and their boots, counterparts, and she can appreciate how he shines. She can appreciate that charisma. Look at Morticia. How does Morticia act when she's with Gomez? What's that? What do they hold space? It's more than that. She just watches him, lets him be himself. She lets him be himself. She gives him the space, she gives him everything he needs to exist. He goes through his torment, his moodiness. I actually felt a little bit guilty last night because I realized that I hadn't checked in energetically with my own soulmate. I had not done any kind of spreads or personal readings for myself or anything in a while, in a really long time, since I really started getting in for you guys and for doing readings for the public. Because my whole life being psychic, reading tarot cards, it's all been on the low, okay? So I'm really coming into my own self with my abilities being on a public platform. But I had neglected my own person, and so I did do a reading. I didn't even get far. I was shuffling, I was zoning in, and I got 4 cards, and they were the 4 cards. That's all I needed. They were all major arcana too. And that's kind of when I got connected with the Gomez energy. And I connected with Gomez, torment, normal. Those 3 words. Gomez, torment, normal. And it put me at ease because then it made me realize that what would you do, Divine Feminine? What would you do, Divine Masculine, if you were going through something, if you were weathering a storm really together and unified? If you were, let's move forward in time to when everything works out, you guys come together, you live your life, it's 10 years from now and, your child dies, or you lose the house, or, World War III, or Whatever happens, zombie apocalypse, whatever, aliens invade, whatever happens, happens. And now, or, so-and-so, your partner's mother dies, your mother dies, some tragedy, some sort of horrible calamity. What would you do? Or let's even say your partner is going through a very personal, individual catharsis and awakening, and you're with them. How do you behave? What do you do? So then I got into the mindset of, we're already connected on the 5D. You are already connected with your soulmate on the 5D. So I do what I can do now on the with my 5D psychic abilities to support him, to be his Morticia in the 5D before we're ready to come together in the 3D reality. So I'm personally being the Morticia, and I'm saying this so that you can take the note from it, because the ending, the outcome of part 1 was this cat and mouse. It's like a chase, like the hunted and being hunted and hunting, and how they have this chemistry, and how, Gumla's is always just, the passion for her is just never ending. It's just the cup that is never really full. It just keeps overflowing. It's constantly moving. So these emotional currents, these energetic signatures are constantly changing moment to moment to moment. And you have to exist with your counterpart amidst everything that's constantly changing. And what doesn't change is the love and the support and the honesty and the humility and the integrity. Okay. I know I'm so chatty, right? And the other card that we have, the 6 of Swords for the 5D now. This is an energy stamp now, okay? Time spirals. Here it comes. Time spirals. So what does that mean for energy? It means you're connecting with this reading at the time I'm publishing it, June whatever, or when you watch this 2 months from now or 2 years from now. Whenever you're guided to watch this video, you and I, your energies, my energies are connecting through the space-time continuum in the 5D. And now in the 3D, because we're connecting through this video. How cool is that? This is really a great card because they're just like doing it on the grass here. Very au naturel, very primal, very instinctual. So that's the 5D, okay? The 6 of Swords in the traditional tarot deck is moving away from something, though. So we have the Lovers, the King of Wands, the 6 of Swords. He's still in the process of moving away from karmic situations. He's still in the process. This is all timing. This is all timing of when it's the right time, when you two are ready. I did get a download today. I heard my soulmate's voice. I'm not going to share it with you or what he said. Maybe later. I don't know. I don't think so, though. But that's when and of course, so I reconnected last night with that one specific energy, right? Like very focused on it, because I've been working so much. I've been doing my own thing, and I kind of took for granted that, okay, he'll take all the time he needs, he'll do his thing, I'll do my thing in the meantime. And I really neglected him energetically, I feel like, as far as what I could be doing for him, what I could be doing for this connection. And whether you're a divine masculine or divine feminine, waiting for the other person, one of you is further along spiritually than the other. That's the big thing, okay? That's what the context is. So one of you will need to support the other one energetically after supporting yourself, taking your alone time, upholding your boundaries in your life, and doing your own thing. You can send them energy. You can send them support. You can send them what they need, the spiritual 5D holding space for them, if that makes any sense at all. So in the 5D, he knows who you are. He sees you in his mind's eye. He feels you in his heart. The love, you know what, let's just get to them. See, they cut me right off. Did you see that? They were like, just, okay. Nature is an unerring guide. Plants and animals are examples to be imitated. Magic perfume seduces and sustains us in important sentimental choices. That reminds me of yesterday when I could almost smell the plane, like that cabin air. I could almost smell travel. I could almost smell... I mean, it's just a psychic sensation. It's just that. But for this other person, masculine or feminine, magic perfume seduces and God darn it. Magic perfume seduces and sustains us in important sentimental choices. You know, that makes a lot of sense because, actually, I won't even get into it. That's not for this right now. Okay. The King of Wands. Let's see what they have to say about the King of Wands. Embracing closely. Commitment is important. The conquest derives from quiet willpower and mutual determination to offer yourselves to each other. I feel like this divine masculine is taking everything, is taking the support in the 5D. They are taking it. Because remember what I said about, you know, me not really quite doing my part, or as much as I could do to support my divine masculine in the 5D. You know, because here I am getting super excited about doing my next genius screenplay and making movies and, you know, doing the Artigan and training psychic people to be more powerfully psychic and doing tarot readings on YouTube and doing readings for people. And like, you know, I got so caught up in that I totally, you know, so it's a mutual determination. It takes two. So I need you to take yourself out of the situation, if at all possible, if you're not together with this person. To be objective in the sense of one of you is further along spiritually. So you have to be the leader. You have to be the energetic leader, because Morticia would never fall apart on their marble floor in sobbing tears because Gomez was sobbing in tears. No, she will take him into her care and keeping while he expels all of this emotion, while he, you know, gets it out of his system and has his own enlightened moment. And she supports that evolution. She supports any emotion on his spectrum from A to Z. And that's the pillar of strength. That's the sanctuary I'm talking about here. And it's mutual determination. When Gomez starts going off about Dante's Inferno or whatever, or Fester, she doesn't just leave and go get groceries, or, you know, she sits, she watches, she observes, she cuts the roses, the heads off the roses, and she just lets him do his thing. So that's what I'm doing. That's what you're doing. That's what we're doing. We're letting them do their thing and go through what they need to go through without passing judgment, without losing your balance. Your own, whoever the more spiritually evolved is, you cannot afford to lose your balance. And I've spoken about this before, about being the light, being the star, and shining bright. Okay, so I know it's a lot to ask of you, but we have to just do it. We have to take care of ourselves, run the day-to-day, and send spiritual support, and save the world. Until we can unite, until he does his karmic work. Remember, we can't do it for other people. We cannot take that lesson from them. They have to do the work themselves. And then their reward, our reward, will be the union. Mutual determination. Look how it's both of them in the King of Wands card. It's both of them. It's mutual determination. I have to I have to clean my side of the street, just like he's got to clean his side of the street. And right now, the masculine side of the street is a personal evolution. The masculine side of the street, how he can do his best to sweep the porch in this relationship, is to grow and evolve spiritually. okay? And your side of the street and your porch to sweep, divine feminine, if that's who I'm talking to, is to give them the space and the time and the understanding and the spiritual strength in order to do that. That's how you can work together now before you unite in the 3D realm. Okay, Six of Swords. Searching for new horizons involves a couple as it involves a single person. Outside of your daily routine lies the rest of the world. You are someone's new horizon. They are your new horizon. Had a thing last night that came up where I thought, this is hard. I don't know how much to say and how much not to say. Okay, I heard his voice, my soulmate's voice. He said, he made a promise to me. He said, I promise we're going to watch all the movies you want. Isn't that weird? It's weird, right? And then I had a thought, like a Natalie thought, saying, oh, I'm going to make movies. I'm going to make if my partner can't be involved, think about it. Look at your life, really see if they fit into it. What do? Write screenplays, make movies, tarot videos, psychic abilities. Like if they can't, if they don't fit into that somehow, it's not them. New horizons. What are the new horizons for you? What are the new horizons for them? Because if it's not in each other and if it's not something you two can do together, that needs to be a red flag for you. That's got to be a red flag. Some of you are on different stages of this journey where you're still under a veil of fog, of not having as good clarity. So I'm just putting these little things in now to help prompt you to what is the soulmate and what is a karmic thing that you're meant to work out, your own little obstacle, okay? Take it as it resonates. If you don't like something I say, just assume that I'm wrong, okay? Okay, that's the 5D. That's what we're thinking, feeling, the immaterial. It's beyond human perception. Human can feel it, can think it, but it's beyond what a human can, except for psychics. Okay, now we're in the 3D realm, the concrete reality. Speaking of which, this is a great time for... Okay, 3D reality. We have 3 cards. We have 2 major arcana cards in this row. We have the Hanged Man, the 3 of Wands, and the Sun. Lovely. So the Hanged Man is enlightenment. The Hanged Man is also suspended decisions. The Hanged Man, so this person, your Gomez, I'm going to call him your Gomez because it's just crazy that it was 3 weeks ago today. And that the one movie that I was going to put on was The Addams Family. And that the download I got last night was Gomez. And it connected with the reading, within this past few days. And then I got the email yesterday about the lovers, the part 1. You know what I'm saying? So everything kind of really fell into place for this reading to come out right now and to do this little energetic update. Remember, these are energetic timestamps, little signatures, little pictures, like a snapshot, a screenshot of the energy, like right now or at the time of that you're viewing this. So the Hanged Man, it's like they're still, the timing's not quite right. They're still in suspended decision about it, or they're going through an enlightenment, their own personal enlightenment. A strong bond, even if platonic. Magic action against impediments and impotence. That's what I'm encouraging you guys to do. What I did energetically today and last night for my divine masculine, I'm asking for you to do for yours, or divine feminine. I'm asking you to be Morticia, be the magical Morticia, and support them energetically in the 5D, because you cannot go in the 3D and hold their hand. They have to. Some things you have to do alone. Some things they have to be alone in order to do. I hope you can hear me, dear God. Okay. So this it literally said take magic action. Where is it? Magic action against impediments. So there are impediments being channeled through other people in karmic relationships, in familial relationships, in work relationships, in environmental situations, in all these different things that are acting as impediments to you two really coming together to unite to save the world. And there's a lot of forces against something like that happening. So this is magic action against impediments. Actually, that makes sense. See, time spirals. I did this today where I did my own little energy thing, which you can learn about if you take the Artigan AIT, Artigan in Training course that begins July 2nd. You can learn to do little magic tricks, psychic ability strengthening, intuition strengthening and sharpening, and things like this. Or you will, or you are, but that's happening right now. There's magic happening right now against the opposition. Yeah, the Artigan is it's a social club, it's a boutique that will launch, and it's a philosophy, and it's an individual. And it's a club of individualists that are like psychic. And we're a decentralized network all over the world who are going to come together, who are coming together to strengthen and empower each other. It's a private social club of only these individuals. So you're part of the club after you go through the AIT course and graduate. Then you're part of the club, you get special discounts and insights, and you get special benefits, okay? You also go on missions to save the world. Missions like creating masterpieces, okay? Missions like making movies. My whole life, I'm just like, I have one thing. Another part of my magic is making movies, is making films. They're saying stop talking about that. Okay. 3 of Wands. I just got it. That was so clear. Okay. La 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 la. Kissing. The force of understanding and desire and the craving for nostalgia help to rediscover a feeling you thought you had lost. The force of understanding and desire and the craving for nostalgia help to rediscover a feeling you thought you had lost. It feels like this is someone they had lost this dream of their own greatest love of all time. They had lost this soft part of themselves that really, the wish upon a star. It's like they gave up on that. They gave up on their own love story, and they were just having sex without emotion, and and there's something about the intimacy of a real kiss, of real love, that reawakens that in them. It's like, I bet you they're thinking about kissing you. That's sweet. Or you are actually kissing them. But the 3 of Wands in the regular deck is, he's standing and he's looking and waiting for his ships to come in. That is expansion, that's partnership. That is also, it's also a waiting card, like waiting for those ships to come back in. So it's waiting to be kissed. I know how to stop when I am ahead. Okay, the Sun card. This is the last card of the 3D, reality of what's right now in the hard reality. The eye is the mirror of the soul and creates with the magic of thought. If partners suggest happy images to each other, the couple reaches a state of union and lasting splendor. Did I just say? creating happy images, happy thoughts. And that's what whoever is more spiritually evolved here, the divine feminine or the divine masculine, to help the other person along, you have to see it in your mind's eye and send it to them energetically. Send them the good vibration, send them the good thoughts, send them the good images. Like kissing. Look at, they're kissing in both of these icons here. Side by side. See? It's gorgeous. Oh, that's so sweet. It's passionate. They are going to kiss so passionately, Morticia and Gomez. Make no mistake, complete, utter romance, passion. See, they let go of romance, of real, true romance. They let it go. They just, oh, that's for fools and dreamers, or not from, I'm better than that, or whatever it is. But they're in you. In you have reawakened them and have started their awakening process. And what Gomez going through all of his torment is completely normal, very passionate man. What is his rock? What is his lighthouse? What is the only thing he can really count on is Morticia's love. When they kiss, it is so passionate. It's the most passionate kissing. And it doesn't matter how many kids they have or how old they get, they will always be that into each other. They will always be madly in love with each other. You have to, okay, actors will understand this more, but you have to generate emotion, okay? You have to learn to generate your emotion. So whatever, use your imagination and see yourself kissing or just really enthralled, really with this person in the highest vibration of love, not manipulative, not controlling, nothing low vibrational, and generate this emotion in you and feel it come up in your body and send it to them. Send them that support. Start there, okay? And it will also help you feel more confident. And if this is a karmic relationship that is not meant to survive, other things will happen. Tower moments will happen. There was the tower in the last reading. So there could have been a tower moment for some of you. It could have been your Gomez's tower moment. I feel like there could be still something coming up that helps him learn what the last thing he needs to learn before he can earn you in this relationship. Fudge the genders, the timelines, the signs, and the ages. This is all just energy, pure energy. And don't forget, it is the eyes. The Sun card. The Sun card and the Strength card. It's about the eyes. It's about looking into someone's eyes and knowing exactly this is it. It's her. It's him. Okay. Now we're in the row of outcomes. We have 2 cards that came up from part 1 in the outcome row. And these 2 cards in part 1 were in, I believe, the 5D row. So now it's like it is trickling down from literally, in the literal sense, from the 5D to the 3D to the outcome. Or actually, it went straight from 5D to outcome. 3 weeks ago, these cards were the reality in the 5D, thinking, feeling, in the ethers. And now they are showing up in the outcome, okay? Very important. The funnest thing about being psychic is proving it, is seeing it work, seeing it. I could not, the synchronicities about Gomez, about the email I got about part 1, it being the 3-week anniversary of that video coming out, then the download I got, all of it. Of all the movies that I've been wanting to watch, the one I was the Addams Family. You know what I'm saying? So here we go, without further ado. First card, the 3 of Swords. In the traditional deck, this is the one, the heart with the 3 swords in it. I am thinking that this person, either you or the other person, is really avoiding the tower moment. It's like you're holding up the tower with your hands or like Atlas with the world on his back. You're holding it up. You don't want it to fall. You don't want lightning to strike. You are doing everything you can. You know it's going to. You know that it has to. And yet you are still doing everything in your power to hold on as long as you can, in the vain hope that it'll turn around at the last second. Even though you can't help yourself. And so now the universe is going to take that shit down for you. I really feel like that. And that's what the tower came up in the 3D reality row from 3 weeks ago. So since then, or even right now happening before the end of June, that tower moment could hit. It could be something shocking. It could be a catastrophe. But this Three of Swords is like heartbreak in the traditional deck. Very clear. Very clear. The big red heart with 3 swords against a gray, rainy sky. Very clear. And it's like the other person, like the divine masculine maybe, it's like they have to break someone else's heart in order to go to you and be with you. And it is either, it could be a third party situation, but I'm really feeling more of the family karma. I'm really, I'm so in tune with mom issues in men. I feel like that's what I channel super, so like I said, there's different waves of these couples coming together to like make the world better, save the world, and to do humanitarian work together, and that complement each other. And different tarot readers and different psychic channelers are channeling different energetic couples, right? And I really think that I'm one who's channeling this specific issue, and I'm only saying that because of my own personal history of always, before I had my huge awakening, being with masculines that could not overcome their mother issues because their mothers betrayed that lack of boundary with them growing up and used them and abused them and like all this fucking Silent Hill horror movie type shit. Went back to my father issue. My father could not ever reconcile it, all that stuff. So I feel like, oh my God, I'm getting so sweaty. It's gross, I know. But I feel like this issue or this karma or this heartbreak, if you look in this icon here, this is the famous harp player who is the best harp player in all the land. And everyone wants him. Everyone wants to be with him. Like this old crone. But look at what he's doing. And look at what she's doing. She's like, And it's like he doesn't even see this crone. Really look at that crone. How close can we get? Okay, you can just tell that she's got a hateful expression on her face. He just cannot. They're jealous because that you inspire them finally. Whereas maybe people in the past have tried to manipulate this person into doing what they wanted them to do, like make a commitment or whatever. And you inspire them to do it by just being who you are. And I feel like there could be, this is either mom issues or any other karmic issues, dad issues, family issues. I'm not saying it has to be the mom issue thing. I'm saying that I'm feeling strongly that it might be. But it's not going to be the same for everyone. These are general for all the signs, for anyone that this resonates for. So take it as it resonates. There are a lot of you that are commenting that it is mom issues. So water and earth signs have mom issues. So that's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Just straight textbook astrology. That's what it is. Air signs have dad issues, deeply ingrained dad issues. So take it as it resonates. But this is what really is concrete in your outcome, is that someone will disappoint or break someone else's heart to be with you. And it's like whoever that happens to be, mom, dad, current girlfriend, third parties, whatever it is, they are having to reconcile that this has to happen for them to be happy. And this is like the last test that they have to prove that they recognize their own self-worth and that they are honoring their own right to be happy, that they are taking control and empowering themselves and living their own life and getting their power back, essentially. And this was in the 5D in part 1. So look at what happened. It just went, it just came down to the outcome. So it's like the other person knew it, could feel it, could sense it, could see it, knew it inside 3 weeks ago. And they've been putting it off. They've been putting it off. They've been doing everything possible to help this other person. I feel like it's someone they want to help. I feel like it's someone they want to jump on their bandwagon and be okay with. Oh, this is so Romeo and Juliet, Montague and Capulet energy here. This is so, please accept the life I want. Please accept the person I want. And whoever this is, whether it's family or friends or even breaking up with a marriage partner to marry someone else, whatever it is, they're spinning their wheels. That's the truth. I can't even open my eyes and look at you because it's like, I feel like they can see me or hear me when I say that. I'm sorry, but you're spinning your wheels, and the tower moment, the cosmos wants you to evolve and wants you to tell the truth to this person, take your power back. And remember yesterday when I felt real nauseous, the plane about to take off, it's like they thought about telling the crone, the harp player telling the crone that they want to be, that they're going to like, I don't know, marry this woman or something. It's like, oh my God, they know exactly what to expect too. I feel like this is a person that emotionally manipulates through their outbursts with this person. That's why I feel like it's family. Like, who can better really fucking control us than like family ties? It's like very Greek, very it's very like Italian or something. It's very, I'm serious. It's very, very deeply intense. Very deeply. That's why I'm getting Gomez so much. You know, he goes through these existential breakdowns like every day, and Morticia's used to it. And see, I channeled Sherlock Holmes this whole past week, and I never said anything about it because I felt like it was me. I felt like it was my story. I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what it's like living with me. Like, I'm a genius, and it's like all this stuff, you know? So it's like two different types of living with this other person. It's Gomez, like there's a Gomez, and there's a Morticia. For me, in my case, I'm like Morticia Sherlock Holmes. I love that first movie with Robert Downey. I just need my Watson. And before, he lived with this crone. So think about, so the crone would be like, maybe even like Watson, okay? Just like putting up with everything with Sherlock. Now imagine if Sherlock met someone that could live with him. He would want to leave Watson to go live with this person, right? And so it's like this person keeping your counterpart back spiritually has kind of got this like, well, no one would want to live with you, or what about me? What about my life? Or, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to zero in too much on it because I don't want to channel that, to be honest. But give me a second. Let me put that boundary back up. Hold on. It's very strong. This person's very strong. They are meant and divine to overcome this. Just like you were meant to overcome your blockages, your obstacles. You had to do it alone to lead the way for them to do it. And it's like you are leading them in a way. I don't know how, but you are leading them. So they have the benefit of your experience. You had to be the real first one. But it's like, but then you two together will be able to be an example for the rest of the waves coming forth of how to do it. And when you show people, this is how I did it, other people will be like, okay, well, it's a little bit less scary for me to tell my parents I'm gay and to stand up for the love of my life. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. It's very public about it. It's very, something has to be coming forth. Okay. Oh, I never even read it. Let me read the Three of Swords. My heart just fluttered. You must call attention to disagreements and incompatibilities before finding the courage to end a relationship that is now empty. It's exactly everything I just said. You're right. I could have totally just read it first and then just let it be what it is. You have to find the courage. See, there's no energy in this relationship. The energy is with you. The energy is with the counterpart. The energy is with the future. And 3 weeks ago, this person knew that. This card was in the 5D. 3 weeks ago, this person knew that their energy was with you. They don't know what to do. Sorry, I'm not going to be a goof ass. Goofy. Okay, so now in the outcome, it's like putting the pedal to the metal, taking the Chevy to the levee. And that's why yesterday they were like, oh, it's like, oh, this is going to be bad. This is going to be gnarly, right? Because no one wants to see someone they love or they want to do well, like in pieces and totally heartbroken. But that's what they have to do. They have to do it for themselves, and they have to say, I'm worth it. And they'll figure it out. They will figure it out, and they will do it because they're meant to. Saving the world is a mission that cannot fail. Let's move on to the next card. The King of Swords. Love is made of strength. True love is capable of going beyond strength. There are different kinds of strength. Oh my God, I just noticed it right now. It's like I looked at this card and all I saw was her. Look, there she is again. There she is again. Look at her face. Ooh, she has such a sour fucking face. She fucking hates you. I had to deal with that too. My 6-year relationship, his mother hated me and put all these barriers. It was a very romantic love story. I was 14, 15. He was 14, 15. She sent him out of state so that he could not be with me. And we kept in touch for like a year. And he escaped the plane. He came to visit his dad, and then he didn't get on the plane. So she called her Amber Alert on him, and he like ran away with me for a day in Chicago. And it was like very romantic, but it was very much, he had to overcome so much to just like be with me. And there was no legitimate reason for her not to like me. She was just like this fucking cranky, evil crone woman. Looking in on us in our happiness, and just like, didn't know me from Adam. Didn't have any kind of, I never did anything to her. I never disrespected her. I never, nothing ever against her, like ever. She just decided she didn't want her son to be with me. So I had 6 years of that, and a whole other, I got stories for days about this issue. So if you guys want to send me an email, thefirstartigan@gmail.com, or head over to theartigan.com and register for my course. Whatever, we can confer about it and energetically, connect about this. But I will never be with someone that cannot defend me and defend our love and defend our relationship and defend our union, because we have important work to do in the rest of the world. And this is seriously small potatoes. All I would ever do, moving forward, like it is so Greek and so like Italian or something, right? Look at the fucking crone. And here's the thing, the other counterpart, the masculine in the situation, would love for everyone to get along. Would love for everyone to just come to the same dinner table and all be happy for him. The wife be happy and be inclusive of mom. So come on, mom-in-law, come on over for dinner. Come on, let's help me decorate for his birthday. Whatever it is. And for the mom to be, bring so-and-so, bring her over, and, all inclusive, happy family. Me, you, we're spiritually evolved. We could do that. And it's the crone that can't do it. It's the crone that will never... Oh, what was that? I got channeled something yesterday about abandoning pettiness. It was abandoning pettiness. Someone has to abandon pettiness, and they're not. I don't know where that came from. But the King of Swords has to do what he's got to do. Let's just put it that way. I want to reread this one more time. Hold on. Love is made of strength. True love is capable of going beyond strength. There are different kinds of strength. So he has to discover the strength and the willpower to overcome this kind of thing, to overcome potentially breaking his mother's heart in order to like live his own full, complete life. And if it's not mom, if it's dad, if it's brother, sister, step, sibling, niece, nephew, best friend since childhood, you know, boss of 23 years, whoever this person is, that is really, or these karmic relationships, this karmic group standing in between you and this other person, he will need to summon the strength. He will need to use the King of Swords energy to remove emotion for this other person and taking responsibility for their emotions and do what's best for themselves. Because all he wants to do... Okay, now for the last card. This card is one that was in the 5D in part 1. Because all he wants to do is touch you. All he wants to do, he's heading towards his 3 of Cups. Oh my God, look at that. 3 of Cups, it's usually like third party situation, but this is reunion for this. For this whole thing, this is coming back together, really earning your place beside each other and being humble and being full of integrity and love and honesty and, you know, forthright, honest communication. Everything that he's like afraid of, but really, really wants. And like I said, I've been channeling survivor energy. Seriously. These people are survivors. And I think that's part of why I neglected my soulmate a little bit, because I'm like, he's a survivor. I know what I went through. It was fucking horrible. He can do it, and it's like, no, I'm going to be more Morticia. Like Morticia, Sherlock Holmes, magical person here. So the 3 of Chalices, the 3 of Cups is reuniting together. And this is the outcome card. He's going to overcome this. He's going to have the forthright communication and come to be honest with this other person and establish boundaries and be in defense of you and your union. A lot of you have been writing in about this exact situation, about how there's people or groups or entities that are opposing your union, whether it's a public scrutiny thing or a Montague Capulet thing or mom not blessing the union or dad not blessing the union or your children not blessing all of you are having these obstacles, and it is up to this other counterpart to advocate for you. Would Gomez ever let anyone disrespect Morticia? Fuck no. Would Gomez ever allow anyone to tell him what to do in his marriage? No. Morticia is his number 1. Morticia is his best friend. Morticia is his confidant. Morticia is his consigliere. Morticia is his strength. She's the beacon. She's the lighthouse. She is the Holy Grail for him. Okay, let's read what they say. And then we will wrap this puppy up. And then I'm going to watch The Addams Family. The egg is the promise of life. It indicates improvement, success in love, and relief from heartbreak. He will, oh my God, he will have relief from heartbreak. So he will break someone's heart to be with you. He will have to come out. He will have to use his King of Swords energy and think logically and not let himself be emotionally manipulated in order to karmically end this karmic hold on him. And then he will get relief in you. Then you two come together and look at how much relief he will get. Whoa. Let me just... Yeah. Total relief. Total relief from heartbreak. And it's like a soothing balm. Like this relationship, this love is a soothing balm for the world-weary soul. And he knows it. He knows it's worth it. So everyone just needs to keep their patience, keep the understanding, keep the integrity and the humility intact. And I will do the next update as I am guided to. Until then, if you're the watcher watching this video, keep sending good energy, good vibrations, and put more energy into manifesting yourself, into spiritually aligning yourself, into your own health and well-being, so that when they come in, you have a full cup as well. Okay, everyone, take care. Bye.